7 years, by the way. Whatever, it was cheap. These are the figures. This one turned out nice. This one turned out nice. This is nice too. But there's not much to say about these, and I'm kind of regretting that I started these. The idea of showing everything I draw in a day, because these are so boring to show. This is the rotation, and there's not much to say about this either. I drew the torso too long on this one. I hate this angle, and usually I just ignore whenever I get this row, because the bottom plane is so narrow that fitting anything in there is just so much trouble, and I hate it. Usually I will never draw this row along with the first on the ground row, because the on the ground row is too easy, and this one is just too annoying to work with, so I ignored this. I put this here because when I was posting a TikTok about this, I felt too ashamed to post it as it was. So I went back and brought back some of the sketch, and it looks so much better, I think. As a whole, I still don't like it, but when I compare it, this looks way better. This is a portrait that I actually started the day before, but I was not able to get it correct, and I blamed it on being sleepy because I started this right before going to sleep. And then the next day I worked on it more, and it actually turned out good, but I could never get the nose to be as it was on the photo. So what I did was, on the photo, the nose covers a big part of this eye, so only something like this is shown, but I could never get the nose correctly like that, so I made the nose like this and drew more of the eye. I think it did not record, so I had to record this part again. This is the new character for the painting exercise, and this is my second time drawing this kind of grid on the references, and I think it helps with the measurements. It helps make them more solid to see, but I think it makes me think of the face as more of a flat form rather than an actual face shape. So it has both good and bad sides. And the rotations for this character, I sucked so bad. I got Genixed because I boasted about being able to rotate this one pretty well. That is also a joke, but most of what is bad about this rotation is this jaw right here. It doesn't look correct at all, but I worked so much on this and I could not get it correct at all. And hopefully my audio is recording, otherwise I'll be very sad. And this one I didn't even attempt to, because I knew, no, I didn't show it, but I did this. And it looks so bad, so I didn't even attempt this. And what this reminds me of is those kind of memes where you draw an anime character really realistically, and that is kind of the whole joke. This reminds me of those, but this is so bad. But it's also funny, so I don't. If I spend less time on it, it will be something to laugh at, but I spent too much time on it to laugh at it now. This is the imagine to pose exercise, and I really could not get the pose at all. I tried, and eventually I decided on this one because I was getting bored and I wanted to be finished with it. So I drew it as boxes, and then I drew the flesh. And I think, ignoring this one, these actually turned out pretty okay. This one is really cute. I started using this stuffed toy that I used before as a prop when I don't want to draw a secondary figure. And I did not want to do the hugging because it's similar to the pose that I did a few days ago, but I got too bored and did it. That is why this one is standing. I didn't want to do a sitting and hugging pose. And I think polishing the initial sketch is actually a good move. Not only does it make me think more about the pose, it also reduces the amount of passes I need to do. And then I cleaned up the frames for this, but first of all, I don't think it's properly in perspective. And second is that this is not bent enough. It needs to be going farther, I think. Or maybe the one that's bending this way is going too much. I'm not sure which one. And maybe I need to add more in between frames, but I really don't want to do that because it's going to take much more time. These look like I drew 4 frames, but obviously I sketched below these and turned them off. But I'm sad that I did not do any of the walking animation because I want to be finished with that. I think torso bends really well to this way, but not so much to this way. So that is something I need to work on too. The thing about posting shorts or posting on TikTok or Instagram is that sometimes I cannot find audios and I need to scroll to find audios, but my TikTok algorithm is too good. It keeps showing me new hobbies which I'm very much interested in, even though I cannot do them and I cannot do any of them. I still like watching people do them. I have liked that ever since I gained access to internet. So I started spending more time on TikTok while trying to find audios. I would get distracted and forget that I was looking for audios. And I thought to myself, how am I going to fix this problem? Because I can't delete the app since I have the pause. And then I thought, well, I can just delete and re-download the app every time I need to pause. And that's what I've been doing. But for posting these sketches on Instagram as a image post, for you to add audio to image posts, you need to have the app. It does not work on the web. So I download the app for that too. And the thing about Instagram audio suggestions is that they're location based, so I cannot use any of the audios that they suggest me, and I have to scroll to get audios. And what I noticed, the algorithm there is still, my feed is still full of art, but if I start watching and scrolling on reels, if I start scrolling on, for example, art videos, entertainment art videos, so time lapses and stuff, the whole feed, the whole scroll will be only those, so only time lapses. If I start scrolling on an animation video, then the whole scroll will be about animation. And if I start scrolling on a tutorial video or an educational art video, then all of the videos will be about that. And the thing is about educational videos, they overwhelm me so much, and I don't understand how people can watch those. It feels like you're in a marketplace and everyone's pulling on your arm to buy something. You paint. Why do you sound like a gym bro selling mysterious powders? It doesn't make sense to me. And some of them had stuff like comment X and I'll DM you this and that. And like, do we really need to appease the algorithm that much? I don't understand. I really felt like an alien because I haven't used social medias in a few years now, and going back and seeing those really felt like a slap on the face because I was not expecting that. And then the captions are longer than most news articles, and I'm almost sure that they don't write them themselves. So, like, what are we doing? You really, from a producer view, I understand the intention, but as a consumer, I really don't understand why anyone would subject themselves to that, because not only is ignoring the whole short videos affecting mental health and all that stuff, ignoring that is just not even enjoyable. And another thing is that they all have catchphrases, so they start the short with the same sentence and end it with the same sentence too, and it all feels just, it starts feeling like, those simulation memes. It really cuts you off from the real life. Tutorial after tutorial, tutorial after tutorial, and all of them have 1,000-page essay as a caption, and then at the end, comment this to, so I can DM you this and that, and it's all automated, but people do that, and that is also interesting because I don't understand. What confuses me most about all of this is the consumer that is accepting that, but it doesn't concern me much. I just thought about it.